Hi everyone, Anya here, back to visit with you again. As most of you know, I love what I do for work. I do coaching and consulting and mentoring, but the most fun part for me is I lead with the leading edge of intuition, which really turns out to be a lot of fun in the work that I do. So, one of my creative outlets, if you will, is Life Coaching Magazine. And basically you can find that at www.lifecoachingmagazine.net, and the link for that will be at the bottom of the video. So there's a fabulous new section that's in that magazine called Everyday Life Coaching. And to introduce it, I wrote a cover feature article for the magazine, and I want to share that with you. I thought it would be fun to read it. So for those of you who are really busy and want to be doing other things while you're listening, I thought, hey, I'll read it. So here I go. And just as a reminder, Life Coaching Magazine is full of tips, tools, and techniques to support all of you who are coaching in everyday ways. As you know, I believe that we're all a coach and we're all coaching. So that's what this article is about. So here we go. Let's have fun. Everyday life coaching. In every moment of every day, in every way, everywhere, someone is coaching someone. Life is bursting with coachable moments. I believe that we all are coaches for, with, and to each other. Everybody from all walks of life is coaching in some way throughout the day, every day, all day. A coachable moment can leave an everlasting impression on someone's whole life. In my life, one of the most profound shifts came in a personal therapy session with my now mentor, April Preta Naganello. As I was sharing how unseen I felt in my world, with perfect timing, she said, Anya, you can't make a blind man see. Lightning strikes of realization flooded my body with one of the most riveting aha moments of my life. In that moment, I let go of the need for anyone to see me in order to feel seen. What matters is that I could see me. Prior to that, I'd been living blindly, thinking that people had to see me and get me in order for me to be seen, felt, and heard. I was totally giving all my power over to the other person, leaving me disempowered. In that moment of recognition, I took back my power and energy surged through my body. My life force energy that I had been giving away by thinking I had to dance a really big dance in order for others to see who I was. That is not their job. It's my job to empower myself by seeing who I really am. To this day, I still get goosebumps remembering that palpably profound moment long ago. This is how much we can shift ourselves and others using the highly coachable moments that are there in everyday encounters, if we just intend and look for them. These are profound opportunities to shift perception. Missed coachable moments are like lost opportunities that have the power to transform lives and situations. Recognizing the coachable moment is an art in itself that can be learned. Becoming sensitive to how your body feels when listening is a great way to begin. It will feel incongruent, reflecting the disconnect between the person's words and actions. For example, their face won't match their words. Something will give you a cue, and you will feel it. I'm reminded of a client situation where the person said They could not afford to continue coaching because of the money situation. Now that is a coachable moment for sure. I simply asked, in how many other situations in your life have you stopped the flow of progression when you were starting to feel good at something? Silence. More silence. The sound of in low tones said everything to me. And then I asked, how often has money shielded you from the awesome, fulfilling feeling of success on your terms? The tears of emotion were heard as I asked softly, where did you learn how to hide? And with a strong voice she said, when my brother died, I stopped dancing because performing so beautifully felt no longer right. I think I hid behind my mother's grief and depression. Being happy no longer fit. Showing up for ourselves is a way of maturing beyond childhood wounds that act as stop points. Keeping our lives small and unfulfilled in her full expression of recognizing the pattern she'd been playing most of her life, she easily decided to continue investing in herself through our coaching relationship. The quality of our life is in direct proportion to the quality of questions we ask of ourselves and each other. Asking curious questions is another very impactful way to move into a coachable moment. Once in a very long checkout line, I asked the clerk, is there a better way to make this easier for you and move this line forward? She stopped, looked up at me and the long line, and called for a bagger to assist with the groceries. This is an example of a very common coachable moment. In her need to be friendly and chatty with everyone, it never occurred to her that we were paying the price for her lack of awareness. She just needed a wake-up call to the present moment, which I gave her in the form of a question. We can all do this in gentle, pointed ways to support each other in staying focused. There are many coachable moments everywhere when you decide to look for them. And taking a few minutes can make an enormous difference. The clerk in the grocery store was very grateful when it was my turn to check out. She said she often gets lost in connecting with people because she loves so much to hear about people's lives. I then asked the cashier, what are the 3 most eliciting questions you have found that causes you to feel that people connection? She looked up and said, I don't know. I suggested she reflect on that and said that I'd ask her next time. By the time my groceries were bagged and loaded in my cart, I coached her on what might be 3 quality questions to ask folks she was interested in. 1 was to make a statement like, I'm feeling really lucky today, instead of asking, how are you? Or, I'm feeling happy today or productive today, and then pay attention to what happens. Since our little chat, they've sold lots more lottery tickets and DVDs as she talks about the funny movie that made her so happy. What this woman found out about herself is that what she really, really wanted was to share herself with others, and that this was a great way to do that. My intention with Life Coaching Magazine, or LCM, and all of the articles that will follow is to awaken the inner coach in all of us. It is a skill that once you recognize it, you can begin putting into practice and then honing it based on the responses you get from people. People will thank you for taking the time to notice what they are not able to see about themselves. I'm not referring to an ongoing coaching relationship. but the myriad of coachable moments that we encounter each and every day. We can make great shifts in our community just by the single act of deciding to be better for ourselves, which affects everyone. Words have a life of their own. I truly, truly believe this. Words have a life of their own. I'm going to repeat that while I try and find my place as I'm reading this article. There it is. Words have a life of their own, and choosing them intentionally, like I just did, for the purpose of causing shifts, directly contributes to making a difference in the world.